What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm sorry I'm a day late. Today's episode is so special.
I don't know which way to look.
I don't know either. I feel like this is like your close-up cam, and then this is like an us.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all,
I'm gonna just look at you.
Thanks. I have Maxso here today. Wow. Y'all, say hi to Maxso in the comments. Welcome
What's up,
him.
y'all?
He's the best. Maxso,
you're the
tell him a
best.
little bit about yourself.
I'm Maxo, Maximilian, whatever you want to call me. I've been making music for 15 years, and I've been her friend for a very, very, very long time.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. This has been like a long-awaited podcast, honestly. I've been wanting... You were one of the first guests I ever wanted to have on, because I feel like you have just like... your aura is insane, and
Thank you, Jay.
you know so much. You've been through so much, and you've taught me so much.
Oh, wow.
You have been there for me through so much, and I feel like there's just a lot to talk about, and I'm excited.
Of course, I'm happy.
The
I'm happy
first-
to help be here and everything. I'm happy for everything you said. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all, the first thing I want to talk to you about, which we've talked about before, but we didn't really go into much. I want to talk about how, like, we both do music, but we've been doing it for so long. And I remember a point we were talking about how some of our old music isn't out there anymore, or you were, like, yours maybe was. I can't really remember. And I was telling you, I was like, oh, like, yeah, like, my team took down my old music because I was rebranding. But I was, like, upset about it because I wanted to go back and listen to, like, kind of my journey. And
Of course.
you mentioned that it's, like, your legacy.
Of course.
I want you to talk about, like, your legacy and, like, being a musician for 15 years and your old music and kind of the journey you've been on to make your legacy, because you always talk about your legacy, and it's so motivating. So
Thank you, Jay.
please, let's start out strong with this.
Yeah, of course. You know, I feel like with music or anything from a creative, no matter what you do, you want to see the growth and the change and the development of your craft. And I feel like I've had managers where they've completely wiped me out, like wiped all my old music out because they wanted to rebrand me. And that's happened multiple times. And at the end of the day, all you're doing really is you're taking away the journey. And the journey is your destination. You know, like when you're getting somewhere, it doesn't matter like getting there, because you got to have fun while getting there. You got to enjoy the highs, the lows, the steadies, the non-movements, the you doing a lot. Like you got to enjoy it all.
And your highs and lows should all be out there. They should all be documented.
Everything. Of course. I feel like nowadays we live in such a...
Highlighted world.
Exactly. Wow. You took the words right out of my mouth. So much that we can't really see someone's struggles. We can't really see, because no one wants to show it. They just want to show their the goods and the wins and the victories, but you don't always get the victories. And the victories sometimes is just the journey and experiencing and learning and self-developing from not only yourself but your experiences, you know.
Yep.
Definitely.
So let's talk about, don't you have this video of you being like 8 years old on a TV show? Like rapping, and like you were wearing like a fedora or something.
It's a Kango, yeah. I'm grateful to say I've been on a few TV shows when I was a kid. I say my prime time like TV era of Maxso or Little Maxso was probably when I was about like 6 through 8. And that's when I was traveling all around the world. I was on Good Morning America, The View, The Today Show, Ellen. I was on the Jimmy Kimmel. I hosted that for a week with Dick Clark, and I was on there with a lot of amazing special guests. And I'm really grateful to be able to say all these things because not anybody can just say that.
And at 6 to 8 years old, like people don't even do that in their lifetime. I'm so proud of you. Holy
Thank you
crap.
so much. Thank you.
So you went from like being on these TV shows at 6 to 8, and then like literally you now like produce your own stuff too, right? You've like, what have you learned in the past like 5 years?
Man,
Because
honestly,
you've been like kind of low key with the music and like learning, and you just released an album. We could talk about that later. But what was like the past 5 years? What was like the top things you've learned?
I'm going to say the past 2 years.
Okay.
2 years is when I feel like I had my everyone has a self-reflection where it's like, am I happy right now? Am I not happy? How do I feel?
I'm going through that.
Yeah, and that's a part of life. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of being able to challenge yourself and try to seek different things that you didn't even know were really possible. And then you realize, like, dang, I'm not going to say I was living wrong, but I was living with not enough knowledge that I have now that I gained. And then when you gain that knowledge, you implement into your life, and then you make a change in whatever you do. And that's when, if you are a creative, your art becomes so vivid and such a great expression of you, because you know who you are, you know? And so yeah, 2 years, that's probably when I made that self-reflection. I was going through a very tough time in life where you saw, the craziest part is you were there.
I was there.
You were there.
That's why I was laughing.
And that, it means so much that we're able to come here and come full circle.
Right? You're like, this dude, I wanted to kill him at a lot of times in my life. Okay, not kill, but we won't get into all that, but he went through a lot, and then he started smoking.
No.
And then his life,
we could get into
his
that
life made sense again.
No, honestly, what it was just it was a wake up call. I feel like when you're doing something, like when you're being a creative, going back to what I'm saying, but you're not happy with who you are, you're obviously not gonna like your art. You're not, because if you don't like yourself or love yourself for that matter, you're not gonna love what you create. And a lot of things that I did in the past weren't really a reflection of me. They were a reflection of who I thought I was. And that's when people kind of need to understand that there are different, not versions of yourself, but you get to a higher form, a higher form within yourself. And that's just whether if it's more like a higher form of consciousness and you're able to understand more within yourself, or more so like you understand that you don't have to be the best to live a good life, And that's it's like ego death, Yeah.
Yes, because your brand used to be insecure.
Oh, I'd love to talk about that.
Let's talk about that. He wore this chain every day.
I don't wear it anymore. I still have it.
I know you do.
I still have it, actually.
Of course
I just
you
don't
do.
wear it.
That's a part of your legacy. Of course you have your chain. So let's talk about his everything. I think your Instagram at one point was literally called
Insecure Worldwide. Yeah, that was like the brand. It's so trippy how you have an idea of something, and even if you don't know how to execute that idea properly, the universe guides you to the way you want to execute that idea. Insecure to me specifically, because if you ask George or any of my friends, they'll give you a different definition, something that was way above what I saw. Like George told me literally the other day, he's like, dude, you had insecure like as your everything, but I saw it as a positive way.
I did too.
And I did too subconsciously.
Yep.
But at the moment, I genuinely was just so insecure that I wanted to not cover it up, but basically, I guess cover it up, cover up my insecurities.
You were almost like promoting it as it's okay, and like I am too.
Yeah.
And at the same time, your brand of being insecure almost made you secure.
Yeah, no, it did.
Literally.
It did.
Because you've done a complete 180, I feel like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what. Like, wait.
You're like, with the branding. See, branding is a reflection of you.
And it's a really important part in
absolutely
your being famous almost.
Yeah, or just being a public figure, or being someone that takes inspiration, like someone that you can take inspiration in. Branding is so important because it's a reflection of who you are. Like I just said, it's how do I explain it? Like when you look at it, you want it to be a reflection of your beliefs, of your morals, of what you live by, And I think that's why some of the greatest legends or the greatest people or greatest souls, they all have good branding. It's because they're secured with not only who they are, but what they believe in,
True.
Yeah.
So how did you get out of the insecure phase into the Maxso?
I'm so glad you asked this. I've always wanted to talk about this because only the people that know about this is my team, you know, that's what makes us so strong, are these bonds that you, for example, you saw, I feel we're going to be friends forever.
We are,
because,
of course.
No question. But,
no question.
But it's so cool because I'm so grateful to be able to see you through the changes of me, and still you were there for me. The same way you say I was there for you, you were there for me, you know, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
He calls me pop star.
pop star. You are a pop star. You're literally like.
But I call him Maxso. I'm the only person that calls him Maxso.
But the change, or I'm not even gonna say change. I'm gonna say the growth or the evolution of Smile Talk from Insecure Worldwide, or even Full Circle, because Full Circle is the management, and that's still me and George. And so I'm gonna say Insecure Worldwide turned into Full Circle. I feel like Insecure as a whole was branding, so we had it on T-shirts, we had it on all that, but I wasn't proud to wear it because I was genuinely insecure. So I started to reflect back on what made me happy, what I love to do, what I love to feel, how I love to feel, who I love to feel good with. And I started to just reflect and collect all this data, all this knowledge and source to create Full Circle. Full Circle was my idea of a management company for creatives to not feel tied down, to not feel like you have to have contracts. Everybody in my team, we don't have contracts. It's all family. Literally, it's all family.
Bonds, trust,
and the coolest
love.
part is like when you're family, that's more than a contract. That is more than
because if that's
a binding agreement. Exactly.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the team and stuff, like we all came full circle within ourselves to meet exactly where we are, and that's why we call it Full Circle. Well, Full Circle 444. And that would, and again, the 444 is just angel numbers, you know, because that's always been, I have it on me. It's one of the, when I started to have that transition, I got into really, really learning into spirituality and finding myself through that. And that's just love, you know, like
that's
everything
real.
is love. Everything is love, no matter what it is. You could be the most hated person, whatever, you still got love in your heart. Like the Grinch. You ever seen the Grinch? You know, when his heart's super small, he's got a heart. It's there.
Yeah.
You just got to find it.
Are you ever so busy that you can't even shave your legs at home? This is personal for me, okay? I have had such a stressful month that I kid you not, I have a mom bag in my car, and in my purse, I have like a small little baggie. I have one of these razors in my mom bag, in my shower, and in my personal purse. Like car, purse, home. Anywhere I go, I have one of these. And I also have one at like two of my friends' houses. But anyways, I am just obsessed with clean, shaved legs, especially before you go to bed and in those sheets. Just thinking about that makes me happy. Guys, little things in life make me happy. But I've been obsessed with the Gillette Venus. It's like such a cute color too, but I have other colors as well. So I just wanted to put you guys on and talk about my favorite things about the Gillette Venus razor. So this one is the Venus for pubic hair and skin razor. It's optimally spaced out blades to allow the razor to cut hair while barely touching the skin. This razor minimizes irritation in the pubic area where the skin is delicate and the hair is coarse. The skin smoothing exfoliant is great prior to shaving or in between hair removal days to help protect against cuts. Their 2-in-1 cleanser and shave gel protects skin from irritation during the shave and can be used as a shave gel or as a daily gentle cleanser. And the daily smoothing serum helps maintain skin hydration and reduce itching. Check out GilletteVenus.com to learn more about why these products have been flying off the shelves everywhere. Go get it, trust me. I always talk about how like if you are like how you're saying everything is like, if you look at life like everything is love, everything is positivity. The world is so beautiful. I love my life. I love the people around me. You are portraying that and you are receiving that. But if you're like, F this, I hate my life.
It's all about your perspective.
If you are negative, you bring negativity and you are negative. Yeah. It's like what you are what you eat. Like,
no, seriously. Yeah.
So like you get what you give. I'm so glad that like I've technically always had this seeing world as glass half full. Like I've always seen everything like that.
Even as a friend, I can totally say yes. You always have had that.
And I feel like you were almost like you like saw it half full, but like you almost didn't portray it as much. But now you're like lighting this like energy of that, like the spirituality that you've like recently, I'd say within the past year, like invested your time in and like learned about and like really let it sit in with you. I feel like now you are almost like portraying that like free, happy, love mindset instead of like insecure, like
exactly
vibe.
Well, because going back to what you're saying, when it comes to perspectives, right? You gotta, if you want a good life, if you want to see the good, then you have to see the good, you know? You can't be half and half. You can't be half and half because you're going to put out the wrong signals, you know, or the confused signals. And that's when you'll become in like the middle. Because there's like happy, sad, and middle. And the middle is okay because the middle is the one that has the most potential to change into the higher consciousness, the higher whatever you want, it's the higher source, whatever. But so when it comes to that, you want to preach something or you want to give something that'll take you on an upward spiral and not a downward. Because insecure, I feel like, although there was a positive message behind it, it was in the middle because it could take,
that's what I'm saying.
It could take either direction of whichever way the person wants to portray that message. And that was me. I saw it in more the not negative light, but negative because I was insecure. I was going through all these things while still pushing it to make myself feel better. You know what I mean? So that's when you're in the middle.
I felt that.
And when it comes to Full Circle or Smile Talk or even Maxso for that matter, you gotta push people up. You know, you can't push people in the middle because that's when you'll create confused humans. You know, create confused fans, confused lovers of you when you don't want your lovers to be confused. You want them to be uplifted. You want them to be motivated. You want them to be activated, you know, and be themselves. And that's number one, is just being yourself. And that's what I had to, I'm not going to say learn, but almost like develop, you know, because it's always in us. Everybody has this in us.
24/7.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I read a lot. And I'm heavy on meditation. I
thought you were going to say on medication.
No.
The opposite.
I only smoke weed. That's it. I don't even drink alcohol. I just smoke weed.
Wait. Oh my God. Wait. I want to talk about something.
Yeah, of course.
Maxo and I and Destiny. Yep. We were forever sober friends.
Yeah. The three sober friends.
We were for free. We were the three sober friends, especially Maxo and I, dude. Actually, especially Destiny and I, but it's okay. Maxo, I remember vividly. You were like, "We're never gonna drink. We're never gonna smoke, and we're gonna be the only people in LA, the only artists, the only people that don't do it." And I remember vividly in the parking garage on a live stream. You smoked.
Wow, I remember that. Yeah, that was the first time. Yeah,
I know it was.
Yeah.
And what my reaction was just like, oh my God. You were like, no, it's literally a one-time thing.
I did say that. Yeah, I did.
It's a one-time thing. And so the weed is a really big part of your life now. And I want to talk about like how really you went from like not like doing anything to like it is like not like a big part of your life, like you need it, because I know you don't. Like, you come to my house, like he doesn't need to smoke, but like it gets you to make like and write and create and really. I mean, there's a lot of things can go negative for some people and they can go positive for some people. And you guys really showed me positivity with like weed, I guess, because I always not like I always had a negative look on it, but I always just associated it with like doing nothing. And I know
like
that there's
laziness,
but you and Destiny are like, you guys literally showed me like, creativity, positivity, and I just, you can talk a little bit about it if you want.
The only thing I feel like that stopped me from trying weed, and I feel like this goes for a lot of people, and it sucks because it could stop you with anything, is pride. Like the only thing that I had from not smoking weed was me saying I'm the only one that doesn't smoke weed. And that's so whack. No offense. But it's so whack because that's not a genuine excuse or reason. It's not in anything. You could be like, oh, I'm the only one that does this, or I don't want to do this because I'm gonna feel like I'm the only one. And I feel like that kind of stops people's minds from
I
being
mean,
wide
I'm just
into a
not
lot of
interested
things.
at all.
Oh yeah, no, that's different because that's
Yeah.
that, and I respect that fully. But for me, it was just pride. That was the only thing.
Okay.
And that went for a lot of things. I feel like pride stops people from their full
Ego,
potential,
too.
from reaching their full potential, because they feel like they have almost a criteria to live up to, or or like a set boundary that they can't pass because they
Yeah.
set that. There's no boundary. Just live.
Honestly.
Like just live. Yeah. So with weed, what it did was, I'm so happy to talk about this because weed it has such an interesting perspective. Like a lot of people have different perspectives on it. And for me, I took it when I first got high. The first time I didn't really high. The second time I got high.
Yeah.
And it gave me this window. It gave me this window of change. And I saw it as an opportunity to use my mind a bit more vividly. And that's when and that's the difference. That's the turning point. You can hit that point and then go to the lazy route. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go to the creative route. I went more towards the creative route because I wanted to see, okay, I've never felt like this before. So what can I do off this? How can I better myself? So then I started meditating. Then I started reading. Then I started writing everything that I've accomplished, I've written down.
Wow.
Everything. And I have it. I'm on my second or third journal. I keep a mini journal with me. And that's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I have notes on my phone. That's rad and that's super cool. I like writing down because on your phone, you can have the best idea, right? The best idea. And you get a notification and it's an important notification. And it takes away that energy that you had behind that idea that was going to manifest it into creating it.
Honestly.
And yeah, so I like to write stuff down and I like to just finalize it in my mind first. And that's what weed kind of gave me, that window to jump through, And yeah, so
I love high Maxso. I don't smoke, but I love hanging out with high people. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Like,
high people are great.
Literally. Wow. Honestly, everything that you've said, it just takes a while for me to comprehend because even though I've heard you spit facts for 5 years, literally, wait, how long?
Oh man, it's been a while.
Yeah, 6, 7 years.
Wow. That's awesome. Almost a decade.
Wait, let's talk about how we met.
Yeah, let's do it. I met you through two friends of mine. Great people, Carson and Greg.
Yes. So we were just talking about this right before we started. How when you break up with someone, they're like, oh, are you hanging out with my friends, And then I was just thinking, I was technically, I thought I met Maxso from Brandon.
Yes.
But I met him before. I met you before, so I was like, "Ha, he's my friend,"
Either I feel like either way, when it comes to friendships or anything, when you get guided to someone, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like you have such a great history, with the dancing and the TV shows and the music and the creative. You're just such a creative person that when two people kind of have the same vibe, they gravitate towards each other.
Yeah, we met with Carson. You know what I'm saying?
Through other great creative souls. You know what I mean? Or even Brandon. They're all people that I feel like you are who you hang around with.
Yeah, you are the product of your 5 closest friends.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a great way of explaining it because I really am, and they are as well.
And then when people say oh, you've changed, it's maybe you've changed your friend group and you're around a different 5 people.
Or maybe they changed.
Yeah, but you can be if you have this one friend group from, I had a friend group from probably age 13 to 16, and then I had a different friend group because a different boyfriend from 16 to 19. And then it's yeah, I've changed, but I've also changed the people I'm around, where if you are the product of your 5 closest friends, and I'm changing my friend group because I, either with relationships or breakups or single, I don't even know. It's just my friend group changes.
Yeah.
I got my girls, or I got my guys, I got my boyfriends, I got it's just different.
Yeah.
But we've definitely stayed connected.
We always have, yeah. And I love that. I love that.
Y'all, they've helped me. Oh my God, one night I was alone for the first time ever in my Westlake house. I had always had people, I mean, I've stayed in hotel rooms by myself, but I had never slept alone. And I'm literally like 20 at this point. I'm literally 20 years old, and I've always just had like my family, or I've always just had friends. And it was like 11:30 at night. I was trying to find a friend to sleep over like all day. It was one night. I called Destiny and Maxso, and I'm like, y'all, I can't do this. I have to have you guys come. They live in West Covina, and I live in Westlake Village.
Yeah.
An hour and a half drive, probably. They did it for me.
Of course, anytime.
And they left in the morning, and it was such like a waste of your guys' time, but you were there for me.
Also, I want to thank Destiny for also keeping us close, because I feel like Des was also another pillar of our friendship, because like you said, we venture out, we have different friend groups. At the end of the day, like when I was going through my stuff or you were going through your stuff, we want to be around people that, again, uplift us, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Des was the one that, for me, so that kind of gravitated me towards you in another way, and it gave me a whole other perspective of you, not only as a creative but as a soul, as a human.
Get excited to get dressed again with the new collection from American Eagle. Visit AE.com or your nearest store to shop the softest ever tees, 90s inspired fits, and must-have jeans that look as good as they feel. Our current obsessions: highest waist 90s boyfriend, your fave 90s inspired fit with a relaxed straight leg, and our highest rise. The mom straight jean is the must-have mom fit with a classic straight leg, and the super high-waisted flares is a super high-rise slim leg and just the right amount of flare. For access to the best perks and rewards at American Eagle, make sure to check out the Real Rewards credit card. You can get an extra 20% off your purchase and free shipping and returns. Right now, they are offering an exclusive offer for my listeners. Open a new account by 9/30/21 to get a $50 bonus reward loaded to your account after you make your first purchase with your Real Rewards credit card. Text Jordyn, that's Jordyn, to 37585 to see if you pre-qualify. Subject to credit approval, and a Real Rewards credit card must be used as sole payment type. Must be 18 years or older to apply. Text message rates may apply. For anyone listening, Des has been probably my closest best friend for like...
Can we get a shot on her?
Yeah, honestly, she's probably in the wide if you guys can see her, maybe. But y'all, Destiny, like... Wow, we're just going to talk about Destiny for a second.
Let's do it.
Destiny has always been there for me. She's, what do you guys call this so that people can make sense of it? She's your...
Oh, she's my girlfriend.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait, you know this,
I missed chapters. Just kidding.
Jay, what?
Y'all, wait, they've been like, you guys have been private for like 900 years. What do you mean? Oh my God.
900 years. Holy
Destiny
shit.
and Maxso are dating. What's up?
I even think it's deeper than that. No, thank you, man. Thank you, Steve. I like Steve.
They are
and Brandon.
They are souls that are meant to be together. Let's just say that. They're not even dating. They're souls that are meant to be together.
Agreed.
Wow. Okay. They've been literally private since I've known them.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. But okay. So Destiny and Maxso. Destiny, I met at like a event with Maxso and Brandon. And we became super close. She's now technically like my makeup artist, but at the same time now she's doing way better things in her life. Like what? Like Destiny, can you like scoot in for a second?
Yes.
Please join.
You can have my chair. Oh, you have a chair?
I have a chair.
And then just talk close to the mic, please.
Okay.
So Destiny, I remember vividly like when y'all had issues a while ago and you came over and got ice cream, like, and then like I basically
flowers
I
and
made
ice
y'all break up at one point.
Yeah.
I made y'all get
I
together
remember
at
that.
one point.
Yo, we really did make us break up.
I drove her to your little Sherman Oaks house.
No, I drove because you couldn't drive yet.
Was I?
was driving
I forced her. Oh my God, we went to a Ralph's and I was like, we are close, we are going, and you are looking that man in the eyes and you are breaking up with him. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I don't blame her. I don't blame you guys.
I have been there for Destiny in every way of like, wow. And
Every
she
way
has been there.
possible.
Wow. And yeah, I made her break up with him at one point. And then ever since then, it took like a year, right? You guys were broken up for a
Yes.
year.
No, wait.
9 months.
It was like 6 months. It was like 6 or 7 months.
It was only like 3 months, like into quarantine.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I was like, oh my. I was literally like, wow, she really got lonely during quarantine. Hit him up. Here we go.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I really remember that. But
Yeah.
you guys now are like, we went on tour together, y'all.
That was so much fun.
I miss that so much.
Yes, we need a part 2.
Yes, we do need a part 2. So,
We do.
how it all like happened was Maxso, like I said, he's like a true artist in my eyes. I had Dana and I had Maxso on my
He's
tour.
great too. Shout out Dana.
Shout out
Amazing.
Dana. So I'm like putting together my tour and I'm thinking about, okay, who do I want to spend time with? Who do I want to go on tour with? And then y'all are a package deal. Makeup, background singer.
Yeah.
She was my background vocals on my tour. Maxo was there, which like was amazing, and like you hyped up the crowd.
Yeah.
We went to New York together. It was so fun.
Yes.
That
So
was a
many
blast.
memories.
So many memories. Wow.
Do you remember that time when we were in the Sprinter and we were going through like
Wait,
the
Christmas Village?
No, the creepy one first. We went through like a scary movie. We went through like different sets of different scenes of movies. We went through, and it was what? It wasn't even Christmas time, but there was a whole Christmas village.
Yeah. Wait, it was Christmas time.
No,
It was like no. It was like
It was October.
I think it was November, honey.
No,
it was
it was
the end of
October.
November. It was my tour.
I could pull up the receipts. I'm not sure. But it's
November
so-
23rd or 24th was my LA show.
Oh, okay.
My album, my EP dropped the 11th of October.
November.
It was November.
So it was kind of close to
They were
Christmas.
just decorated kind of early though.
Yeah, super early.
So we went on tour, and now, oh my God, he invited me. I was your only person on your album?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about your album.
Teasers, yeah.
Teasers. Wow. So he was playing me his music, y'all, for
I
like
remember this,
a
yeah.
year and a half. Please go listen to Maxo. Anyone that doesn't know him, obviously you're probably a fan now because of just how like his mind works, and like I bet you just want to just please just like get into his life, like listen to him. He's really like he's so creative, and you can learn so much from him. But his music, on the other hand, and Destiny's upcoming music, so amazing. And you really did it all by you have your amazing team, but like
Yes.
you are like really behind that, and it's really your baby. Talk about
Yeah.
Teasers, please.
Okay, so going back to Teasers in specific, all those songs I made about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I made all those songs about a year ago.
The disco one.
And that was when I really remember we were talking about the 2 years that changed.
Mm-hmm.
When I stopped focusing on things that I didn't need to focus on or have my attention, that's when I started again to meditate and do all these things. And that's when I started to really,
and stop hanging out with me.
that's when I really started to find who I was. And I put that into music. First song, I feel like really was the door opener to that perspective was The Secret. And that's on Teasers. I made that song a year ago, probably about a couple months ago. And if you scroll down on my Instagram, you'll see the original snippet from the day that I made it. And that was when I started to think, wow, I have the power to speak my mind. Like actually speak. We all have the power to speak our minds, you know? And that song was when I just read this book. It was titled The Secret. And it was really eye-opening, not only to me, but to my life and it widened my perspective, you know? So I put all that knowledge and I summarized it and put it into the song, and that's what is The Secret. That's when I created the idea of having a all eye-opening project. That's like, that was Teasers is the first project of Maxso, of mine, to have a purpose, to give a purpose. Not only message-wise, but sonically. I feel like, I think Maher said this, and my other like important people to me that I love their music perspective, they told me like, this is the first project of yours that you sound like you know? And that goes back to, again, like reflection and understanding who I am, because now when I get behind the mic and I speak and I'm able to
And freestyle.
yeah, or write or whatever, when I'm able to do that, it's me, you know? So it's a reflection of me. And Teasers was the first intro to that. I have 2 more albums coming out this year. And they're gonna be
Literally works all day, every day, y'all.
And the next one actually is gonna be all of like it's a newer sound, something that's a bit more current of what you hear. However, the messages isn't what you hear. The
Yes.
messages, and that's what changes everything.
Yeah.
You can have a hard song, right? But if the hard song has generic lyrics that just you can hear a dime a dozen from everybody, like it doesn't become as hard, you know, it just becomes kind of normal and that's no diss to current music. I don't listen to current music because I just don't have a need to, you know. I feel like
Yeah.
I
don't
like
either.
to, if it is anything current or my friends, I like to listen to them if I like their perspective because only you can channel out the negative in your life, you know. You can have good people around you and everything, but if you're listening to crap or you're listening to something that just doesn't make you feel good or doesn't bring out the best version of you, then you're doing it to yourself, you know. So, and that goes with like sad music or anything that
I listen
you
to
know,
sad music.
and that's fine. No. But if you're strong, that's great, you know.
I'm
But like if you listen to something that makes you sad, then you're gonna be sad.
I know.
you know?
So like that's like another thing I talk about a lot is like a lot of people come at me for like being happy or like I don't even know, but it's like I don't like because I'm sad like you said, and if you listen to sad music, that's good, like you're strong. But it's like I'm not, and then like what? That's just gonna make me sad. Like that's what I'm talking about with the whole like negative look at life. Like I'm trying to just be happy and positive, which I kind of am, like genuinely.
I can tell.
And
I really can.
but like I obviously have my moments.
Oh, of
But I
course.
don't let those moments sink of like, okay, listen to your sad music, lock yourself in your bedroom, be alone, watch sad music videos all day
Yeah.
or like whatever it is. It's like I get myself out of that trap because I need like happiness and positivity
Of course.
to be that.
Yeah.
You can't be happy while being sad.
You can't.
So
and you
I
can't
just-
force
yeah, I just
yourself
wanted to,
to.
like,
And
mention
people
that.
think like, but then again, like it goes like Des, for example. She listens to sad music, but she's like good, you know.
Yeah.
And I would tell her like, you know,
Are you good, girl?
I'm just like, are you like, yeah, like, and she's like, oh, I'm strong-minded. Then that gave me another perspective, and I'm like, whoa, okay, well that scratches out not being able to listen to sad music. It's all about you
I love y'all.
and
Wow.
how you see it, you know.
This is my favorite
Steve.
podcast. This is like I really want to keep talking to you all day long.
I could. I love
I know you
talking.
Oh my gosh. Wow. What else do I want to talk about with you? I mean, is there anything else that you really want to like get into and talk about? Like any other chapter or realization or what?
I kind of want to talk about the album I'm gonna be dropping at the end of the
Yes,
year.
let's do it.
So this
Wait,
is the
two, right?
Yes, I don't want to. Okay.
Okay,
let's
wait,
talk
before
about,
you say that, I do want to say, do you know what my mom's favorite song is?
No, but I love Kelly Jones.
Pain.
Oh my God, she sent me a video of her listening to
On
the
the
music
fridge?
on the fridge. Let me tell you, that made my day. I showed Des, I showed George, I showed David. We were all just like, it's so beautiful to receive such positive feedback from not only an amazing soul, but she knows what's up with the industry.
does.
She did an amazing job on you as well as you doing on yourself.
Thank you.
But she guided you so well, like literally so well, like more better than anybody else could.
Yeah.
You know, like you could have had the best manager, like you could have had like the best of the best that created all these amazing people, but not for you.
Yeah.
You are exactly where you're supposed to be, and you got there exactly how you were supposed to be. And I think that's why it's so special to receive such positive feedback from such an amazing soul. Shout out Kelly Jones, man.
Yeah,
I love her.
literally. Oh my God, it looks like you have
Kel-
tears in your eyes.
It's love, man. It's love. And
Max, I'm gonna cry.
cry. It's great. It's good to cry. I cry
Stop.
about 6 times a day of just grateful tears.
Wait, stop. Wait, why am I emotional? It's just like, wow.
Love you, Jay.
I love you, Max. Wait, what? Okay, please talk about your new album before I get emotional.
Okay, so as much as I want to talk, actually, you know what? I'm gonna lead that into it because the
You don't gotta
project
give
is
too
called
much away.
the project is called Grateful Tears.
Oh my God.
And
Literally.
that one, but see, here's the thing. I'm not dropping that one just yet. So I'm kind of speaking out of order. Thank you. Grateful Tears is coming this year. I'm dropping that on my birthday. So it's December 17th this year. However, I'm also dropping another project before that in October, and that's titled Gamma Waves. And what gamma waves are you familiar?
Send me your music.
Oh, of course. I'll send it. Oh my God. Yes, I'll send you whatever you want. Like, if you ever hear me playing a song, because you know I mainly only listen to myself. If you ever hear me playing a song, I'll be like, Max, send that to me.
Remember the Goyard one I was going on and on about?
Yeah, Goyard Princess. That's on Maxo Tarantino, I think. That's, yeah. But, okay, so gamma waves. Are you familiar with what gamma waves is or are? I don't know how to properly say that.
Oh, wait, does that mean literally like from meditation, right?
No, so gamma waves is a chemical or something in your brain that you feel when you listen to music. That's what it is. So one day I was in my studio and I was reading this book, and I still have the underlined page of when I learned about gamma waves, and I immediately stopped reading after I underlined it, and I went into my journal and I wrote down gamma waves. Then I didn't even finish reading the book because I had so many ideas. And I grabbed my journal and I drew the cover art. I always draw my cover arts. Or she drew Teasers, actually.
I know
drew the
she
cover
did.
art to Teasers right next to in my journal. So it's perfect because like all my cover arts I draw or I create through my brain. Everything starts in the brain, you know? So when I had that idea of gamma waves, I wrote it down immediately and I made the cover art. And the cover art is going to be the definition of gamma waves. So that way, for people that don't understand it.
Bro, you literally like blow my mind.
That means so much.
I literally can't. You literally blow my mind. Wow. Like I feel like I'm high when I talk to you because everything just makes sense.
Thank you.
Bro.
So it's
That
called
is sick because like especially like I would see gamma waves and literally be like, wait, what?
is
or
that?
like Google it and
Yeah.
if it's right there.
And even then, you have to really, really go into like I'm gonna find the definition that I read for the first time. I'm putting that into it. That way, you feel what I felt, you know. And so that is gonna be a project of pure. The genre is very specific, and the reason why I was able to curate this track list is because actually George was the one that he messaged me one day. He's like, Max, this song sounds good next to this song, and it was only two, and it was Sing and Dance, and it was another one, and it's track 1 and 2. So I put them right next to each other because that's what started the idea of gamma waves. And it's crazy because when I had the idea of gamma waves, I had no songs. I had like no idea of what was gonna go on it, but I knew that it was a good idea. So that was after I wrote it down, like probably like 3 months later. And that's why you want to write down your ideas or put them out into the universe, because it doesn't matter if you don't know how you're gonna get something. You just gotta know you're gonna get it, you know? And when it comes to ideas, every idea is counted for. There's not a bad idea. Like we're just living, you know? So you can't do anything wrong unless you see it as wrong. And again, that goes back to perspectives. So when I had the idea of gamma waves, I had no songs. Then George texted me out of the blue and he's like, this song sounds good next to this song. And he wasn't there when I made them. And he's there when I make a lot of my music. Guess what? I made those songs right next to each other. I made them a day, or I think the same day, or it was at my friend's Airbnb. Shout out Zach. He's one of my 444 producers. And he invited me over for a session. And oh my God, the vibes were just incredible.
Wow.
I had such a fun time. J-Rod was there. Luna C was there, another 2 of my amazing 444 producers. And we were, just the vibe was incredible. So we made those 2 records, Sing and Dance, and the other one right next to it. And I sent it to George, and a couple of days later, he got back to me. He was like, these 2 songs sound great together. So I was like, okay. So then I started listening to my catalog, my discography, and I'm like, okay.
How many songs do you have?
In total?
Yeah.
Let me see. I have a playlist of just every song
Is that
I've
on Apple
made.
Music?
No,
like, send it to me?
these are
The
all.
whole
Look, and I'll show
thing?
you. Look, if you go to playlist, look it. It's called.
Can you send that whole? Share the playlist with me.
No, but look at this though. They're not out. These are all unreleased songs. So I have
many?
all together right now at this moment 242 songs.
I want all of them.
And that's in the time span of
40 hours?
First song. I believe the first song is Come Get What
No, I
You
mean
Want.
like how like to play is probably 40 hours.
Oh, 9 hours. It was 9 hours. Because I make short songs.
Oh,
I make
yeah.
really short songs because my
Oh.
songs are messages.
Like samples almost.
Almost like
Like it's like a sample like idea for you
yeah,
to make
exactly.
it.
Yeah, well said. So I say I started, this is probably 2018, maybe 17. So from there to there, about 242 songs. And so I was listening to my catalog and I was like, okay, George said these 2 songs sound good together. Whoa, this song kind of sounds good with this one. And oh shit, that one kind of complements this one. So we put it together and I work around the number 7. So I always have 7 songs or 17 songs in albums. So it's easy for me because I like to, 7's so easy to make a track list, or if I need like certain things around 7, it's easy because it's not too much, but it's not too little. It's just right, you know? So I curated 7 songs together and I was like, wow, okay, this sounds good. And they all have similar vibes. And that's why I named it Gamma Waves. And that's when I'm like, okay, this is perfect for Gamma Waves. Then Gamma Waves Part 2 drops next year. And that's going to be another
Dude.
perspective of
I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow.
That's okay. Just live, you know? Everybody has their own process.
I'm just living right now.
Everyone has their own process, and that's what I had to find. I had to find my process. And my process is simply just living while still documenting and writing down and journaling my ideas, you know?
Wow. Well, Maxo, before we get into some fan questions,
Oh, yes.
there's one main question.
Okay.
The show's called What They Don't Tell You.
Uh-huh.
This is a broad answer, but I know that you're going to give a good answer. I mean, a broad question, I know you're going to give a good answer. What's one thing they don't tell you about being a self-made artist?
I feel like there'd be a few things. The first thing I feel like they don't tell you is be prepared to struggle. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Because when you struggle, it goes 2 ways. It could either be struggle to a failure, right? Or struggle to a success. But at the end of the day, what is failure? What is success?
You learn from everything.
You learn from everything. And that's what they don't tell you. They don't tell you that you can't lose. You can't. Just do what you want to do. Be yourself.
Yeah, you really can't lose.
You can't lose.
Because there's
The
always
only
next.
way
There's
you
always the next
lose,
thing.
the
Like,
only way you lose is if I say I lost. Because that's when you lose. You know, that's what they don't tell you.
Maxo, man. Damn. You said there's a couple others or no?
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, the other one, sorry.
You're good.
The other one I feel like is don't be afraid of change. Like, change is so beautiful because
And imagine if you didn't.
yeah, exactly. And that goes back to what if, you know, like you never want to think what if. You want to just always take that chance, take that leap of faith, you know, that's what they say. And it really is faith, because if you don't have faith, you really are holding on to nothing, you know? And that's not even from a religious standpoint. I don't even like speaking religiously, publicly.
Wait,
but
I literally just thought of something I have to write in my notes
Of
for
course.
a song.
yes, I love that. And when you take that leap of faith, that's when you give yourself that chance to change, you know? And
Yes.
a lot of people sometimes need that, or they need to hear it in order to implement it into their life, you know?
Okay.
I love that. And I love your phone color. It's my favorite color.
Look at how cute my...
Oh, I gotta give you...
Look at this. It's all my thoughts and they're all locked.
I love that.
Mine's
Mine are locked too.
Like, you can't know what's going in my mind. But yeah, I have a journal at home.
These are brand new.
Please.
These are
Wait, oh my
brand
God.
new.
It matches my phone. Shut up.
And then I have these too if you
Oh,
want
it's a
any
little
more of
too
these.
big.
It's okay. You don't have to put it on your phone. But and then I have the classic yellow ones.
Oh, wait. I can make it work since it has like...
Oh, you might not even have to just put it inside your case if anything.
I learned so much from you. I look so dumb right now.
No, not at all. I'm here to help.
It's going to be in all my photos.
It looks so cool. I really
Maybe
like it.
selfies.
You're the only one that has the purple one too. Everyone really kind of has the yellow one. I love the yellow one because it's so classic to me. Oh, actually,
Oh, shit.
wow, that looks so cool. I want to take a picture. Literally, going back to what you were saying, I kind of want to elaborate one more thing on
Yes.
how we were talking about full circle and smile talk. And
Yes.
that little face right there, this face on everything that you see,
you.
I drew for years
Yep.
on my 6th grade, 7th grade paper.
Don't you have this tattooed on you?
I do. Yeah, he's just chilling right here. And this is the Smile Talk splat. I've been drawing this.
Splat.
I've been drawing that logo
That is so
for probably about a long time. And I used to draw it on all my papers and get in trouble for it. And I want to explain to you, because
Yeah.
this is the first time I've ever explained
And the lightning
publicly
bolt.
what it means. Exactly. So if you see, I don't know what camera's on me right now, but
Probably
if you
this one.
see the happy face, when you look at a happy face, you don't just look at it, you feel it. You feel it, no matter what. You could be sad, you could be hurt, but when you see a happy face, you either look at it in disgust or you look at it in love, or it's all about how your current perspective is. And what I love about a happy face is it's so neutral. It's so neutral and it's so relatable to everybody because we've all smiled in our life. We have all smiled in our life. Now with the lightning bolt, that's the main part. The lightning bolt symbolizes 2 things. Either one, an idea. It's like a light bulb. You know, when you see a light bulb. See, when people see auras, when I see someone speaking highly or speaking intellectual or having a great idea or a good perspective, I see a lightning bolt over their head. And I always have.
Do you see a lightning bolt over my head?
I do. I do. And when I see that, it almost kind of gives me an excitement, you know, an excitement. So it's the splat is, I was always into like comic books and stuff. And the splat really is just the pow, you know, the pow. Yeah. So I put that around it.
Bro.
Shout out to my brother, Gene. He's the one that digitized this and made it really like come to life. He's the one, we only made one logo. I drew it.
And it's it.
And it was one. And that was the one.
So technically it's a 1 of 1.
It is a 1 of 1. And another, okay, so that's the first meaning, is just the idea.
Pow.
The idea, right? Now, another one is it symbolizes your third eye. Your third eye comes, sorry, my mom's calling me.
Hey, Mom.
Yes. Hey, Mom, I'm doing the podcast right now. I'm going to call you back.
Get you a guy that answers his mom.
All right, I love you too. All right, bye. All right, going back to the Smile Talk splat, is it represents the third eye because, again, going back to meditation, I do a lot of third eye opening meditations, and what that does is everything you think about or whatever you want to create, it all starts from right here. You know, that's when you close your eyes, you try to focus. Or it depends on how you meditate, but when I meditate, I focus right here, and what that does is it gives you the channel to open up all these windows of opportunity, and you put this into the universe that you know about these things. So then you just gravitate towards it. See, when you don't believe in it, or you don't, that's when, or even when you're skeptical about it, it won't work. You know, it's like, you ever seen Polar Express? You remember when he dings the bell, but it doesn't ring
and then it
unless you
does.
believe. Same thing with third eye, and that's what the Smile Talk is. And yeah,
Mind blown. Bro. Wow. Everyone, go follow Maxo.
I love you guys.
You have some amazing fans that ask questions. So before we wrap it all up, I could talk here all day with you.
Me too.
Honestly, we need a part 2 soon. When your album
I'd love
drops,
to.
come back.
I would love to.
We need to just talk more. I feel like everyone's going to love this episode.
I would love to bring one of my producers or.
Oh, let's do it. And
that
Des.
would be so cool.
All right.
I'm excited for these questions.
How amazing is the 444 team? Maybe this is one of your people, XO Teddy.
Oh, yep, that's Teddy. Yes. Wow. No, I'm still gonna answer that as if it's anybody else. My team is undescribable. Not only are they incredibly talented individuals, but when you come together and have multiple creatives, kind of on the same brain wave, exactly on the same brain wave, magic gets created.
Literally.
And when you believe in someone so strong that you give your all to them, it's undescribable. I give them my all, they give me their all. And that
Destiny just smiling. I love it.
that right there is I'm so grateful to have such an amazing team. So they're amazing. Shout out 444, man.
All right. Ooh, what's your favorite fast food restaurant? Wait, let me
Ooh.
guess. You love Chick-fil-A, right?
You forgot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, you're vegan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Wait, you're still doing that
Yeah.
journey? And wait, let's talk about that for a second.
Of course.
But you used to like Chick-fil-A, right?
I loved Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Remember that one time we were at your house? No, we were at, what was it, Maher's house? And you ordered
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A and I just got fries? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
Wait,
vegan.
let's talk. Yeah, you both. Right?
Yes, we're both vegan, yes.
Wow. So how did you decide to do that? Because, oh my God.
Oh, man.
Destiny, meataholic.
I could talk on
Steakaholic.
that all day. But what I'll say publicly more so is just health reasons.
Yeah.
You know? Not like I was like suffering from anything, just preventative.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
like I feel like we are in such a fast-paced world that we're kind of, gotta watch my words. We're kind of not forced, but so pushed to eat certain things or gravitate towards certain things that it's fine for right
And
now.
you just
but
feel
it's,
better when you.
it's a long-term effect, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So as a vegan, it's very, I don't know, you're basically staying within, you're being one within yourself and one with the earth and one with
Like your weed.
yeah, exactly. Like I only smoke weed, and I feel like I'll only smoke weed, or even like maybe like shrooms or something. But that's anything that's from the earth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything that's pharmaceutical.
I mean, you
or-
also said you wouldn't
do
ever
that.
smoke.
But again, it's all about
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Like I've gained such a solid personal perspective, and I'm still learning. You know, I'm not by any means I'm not better than anybody. Everybody has their greatness in them, and that's why I feel like I had to learn and ditch remember I said you're the only one that can channel out these negative things in your life. I had to channel out the negative thing in my life of feeling so bad eating, because when you eat such like not junk, but I'm in the studio all the time. So like, well, before I had my studio, now I record at home, but I'd be in the studios or different studios. There's like 2 a.m, what's only open? McDonald's. It's only open Jack in the Box. And it's like, I got bored of eating, you know?
Yep.
And veganism taught me to relearn how to eat and relearn how to love food. I was a very picky eater, but now I'm not. But yeah, that's
Yeah, you
my
were.
vegan story.
Yeah, of course. All right. Last question. Maybe this will be
Yes.
like funny because we kind of talked about this a little bit. Why does he never show off his girl?
You know, okay. I have a reason now. And mainly it's just because she's doing her own thing. And I don't want to ever clash with what she's doing. And I'm a fan of her. I want her to succeed. I want her to grow. And I don't want to be attached to that growth. I don't want to be like, we're going to be attached to growth, but how it's supposed to be. Not what everybody wants it to be. It's what we want it to be.
Yes.
And that's not in a selfish way. We're not selfish people. But I don't want to take away from her growth. She definitely doesn't take away from mine. I'll say she's my girlfriend all day. But I don't want to take away from her growth and her development. And so, yeah, that's to answer the question.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad that you guys are like, I didn't even know you guys were public. Obviously, it was like kind of obvious if you knew. And I definitely post you
If
guys.
you know
all-
me,
Yeah,
if you know us in person,
literally.
it's, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
If
literally.
you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Well, wow. Definitely part 2 is going to be coming with Maxso. Thank you so much for sitting here and talking with
Thank
me.
you so much for having
Thank you for
me.
everything you've ever done for me,
Thank
both of
you.
you.
Of course.
Love you guys.
We love you so much.
Make sure to follow them on Instagram. Watch the video version of this podcast on my YouTube channel. Listen to the audio on all streaming platforms. Rate us 5 stars on Apple and add us to your Spotify playlist. And I will see you guys next Thursday with a new episode.
I just want to say thank you for everybody that's watching, and whatever you want to do, you
Yes.
can do. I don't know which camera to look at. I think I'm gonna look at this one.
Yes,
But
preach.
just be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to keep up that facade, and you're gonna get tried and tested, and it's not worth it. So just be yourself, have fun, live, enjoy, and spread love. Definitely.
Amen.
Much love.
Preach. Peace.